Hello everyone, welcome to the Halls of History. Right now I'm sitting up atop Mary's Rock, which is the 8th highest point in Shenandoah National Park, also along Skyline Drive. Got a beautiful view here. Looking off this way, town behind me, that is actually Luray, Virginia. Now I'm going to spin you around a little bit, try and do this slow so you don't get dizzy. Yeah, there is definitely a fire that way. That is looking north, and then if we go off this way, that is actually in the direction towards Washington, D.C. And then coming around this way, out that way is going to be more towards Richmond, Charlottesville, looking south. And again, hopefully not doing this too fast, coming spinning right back around to you. But right now I'm up at one of my favorite spots right here on Skyline Drive. Again, this is called Mary's Rock. It is a 3,500 foot summit. In fact, the town back there of Luray, Virginia is roughly about 2,500 feet below where I am right now. The walk up this trail is roughly about 2 miles, kind of an intermediate level, but beginners can do it too. You just got to take it a little slow and make sure you have some water with you. There's also a whole lot of great views along the way on this path, as you can tell here. Nice little shot up, another big bird, maybe vulture or two coming. Hey, I'm not dead yet. Let me keep walking. Oh, another word of advice along with this path. If bugs are attracted to you pretty good, flies and things, bring a towel with you. Pretty good fly swatter. But you will climb roughly about 1,300 to 1,500 feet. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but somewhere down there is the parking lot where I started. Again, about a 2-mile walk, and you'll climb about 1,200 to 1,300 feet in elevation to come up here to this absolutely beautiful spot. Gotta love it up here. Such amazing views sitting up here on Mary's Rock. But coming to you today with a little NFL trivia, and in fact sitting out here in Virginia. So do you know, a little question for you to get it started, do you happen to know who is the first player in NFL history who was born in the state of Virginia, again, to play in the NFL? His name, Claude Tiny Thornhill. He actually played for just one season. It was 1920, played a couple games with the Cleveland Tigers, and then played 8 games with the Buffalo All-Americans. He was a tackle. Now, even with the nickname Tiny, he was actually 5'11", about 185 pounds, born in Richmond. And remember, that's actually what tackles were back then. 5'11", 185, yeah, you're pretty much playing on the offensive line. But after he was born in Richmond, ended up moving to Pennsylvania and graduated from Beaver High School. And he is a member of the Beaver High School Athletics Hall of Fame. But after growing up there and graduating, he was convinced by someone he knew to enroll at the University of Pittsburgh to try and play football because he had been playing sandlot football back there. Went to Pitt, played 4 years, ended up playing under Pop Warner at Pitt. His teams there, and during his 4 seasons, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, their record was 33-1. How about that? But anyway, he was an All-American in 1916 along the offensive line. He actually started at fullback, but then Pop Warner moved him to tackle. That's when he became an All-American. And after he graduated from Pitt in 1916, he actually moved on to play for the Massillon Tigers in Massillon, Ohio. And this was before the NFL got formed. Got a vulture or a hawk flying behind me there. Another great reason to be up here. He did end up playing for just one season, 1920, the inaugural season of the NFL, which at the time was not called the NFL. They were actually the APFA, American Professional Football Association, which a couple years later became the NFL. So Tiny Thornhill, after finishing his one season in the NFL, he actually got into coaching, started off coaching with Pop Warner back at Pitt, bounced around a little bit, ended up at Stanford first as a line coach in 1932, then ended up as the head coach from 1933 to 1939. Now, a nice feat that Coach Thornhill had in his time there at Stanford was that he went to the Rose Bowl 3 straight years. And in fact, it was his first 3 seasons at Stanford that he went to the Rose Bowl. Unfortunately, lost the first 2, but then won that 3rd one to at least get a Rose Bowl title. During his time at Stanford, ended up with a career record of 35, 25, and 7. Another note with Coach Thornhill was that he remained the only coach in Stanford history to take his team to the postseason in his first 3 years until Coach David Shaw did it 2011 through 2013. But again, he played for the Cleveland Tigers and then 8 games for the Buffalo All-Americans back in 1920. Claude Tiny Thornhill, the very first person to be born in the state of Virginia to play in the NFL. So there, a little trivia for you, a little lesson as well, and hopefully a great view. Hope you enjoyed here on the Halls of History, and don't forget, if you like the content here, click below to subscribe. Got a lot more NFL facts, figures, and all kinds of history coming your way right here on the Halls of History. Thanks for watching.